all you savvy naturalistas, what is up, and welcome back to my channel and another episode of DIY skincare treats. But hold up, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out savvynaturalista.com for all your skincare needs, Miracle Glow Oil as well as Larimar Elixir. Make sure you thumbs up this video. If you would like to keep up with me, make sure you're following me on all my social media sites. And in this episode of DIY skincare treats, we will be doing another Lush style cleanser, and of course that cleanser is Let the Good Times Roll. So let's get into the video, and then after the video I'm gonna show you how to use the cleanser. Let's go. Make sure you check out Miracle Glow Oil at savvynaturalista.com. Miracle Glow Oil contains all natural 24 karat gold and lovely essential oils. So let's get started in this episode of DIY skincare treats. So in this episode of DIY skincare treats, we will be making Let the Good Times Roll, Let the Good Times Roll, and roll on by Lush. So this is a purely corn-based cleanser, which I love corn-based products. They're really great exfoliants as well, and so we're just going to get into this. Now the first thing Lush does use is maize flour. Now they call it maize flour, but however in America we don't have maize. Well, we do, but it's a very fine texture of cornmeal, so you would just say it's not cornmeal. It's corn flour, so it's like wheat flour, but the texture is a little more coarse than wheat flour. I hope I'm making sense. So you know how when you grind cornmeal up, you would grind up the cornmeal up a little more until it makes a flour, but a little more coarse. However, you know, most of us Americans, if you can't find corn flour, Masa. It won't work. So today we're using Masa. So just go to the Mexican section of Walmart. Go to the Mexican store. You know, here in Arizona, we got Food City and another one. Now, if you in LA, y'all got Mexican stores on every corner. I know because I'm from LA. So you got a Mexican store on every corner. Go get you some Masa. Now, I know you're probably wondering, well, Shundara, why do you have Masa? You know I'm half Mexican, half Japanese, half South Korean. No, I'm just playing, you guys. I'm just playing. But I have this because last year I tried to make tamales for Christmas. Y'all know I am very multicultural in this house, and I love to try different dishes from different ethnic backgrounds and cultural backgrounds, and I decided to make tamales. It didn't work, but hey, hey, now it's the time to use the Masa. So with that being said, let's get started. We will be using, oh, and I got a cute bowl just for this tutorial. Side note, our budget's getting bigger. We may not be monetized, but the budget is getting bigger. So anyways, you want to start off with a half a cup. It may be too much for the bowl. I'm going to eventually transfer to this bowl, but for now we're using this bowl. So we're just going to start off with a half a cup of Masa, which is maize flour. Lush ingredients goes from Masa flour, glycerin, talc, water, cornmeal, etc., etc. But we're going to do all the dry ingredients first. So the next step in this tutorial is the dry ingredients is going to be cornmeal. So Lush uses a cornmeal, so we're going to use a tablespoon of cornmeal. For color, because the color is very, very rich, I'm just going to use a little teaspoon, probably a teaspoon and a half of turmeric powder, maybe a little less than that because I don't want it too deep of a color. So I'm just going to use that much of it. Now Lush does use talc. Talc is talcum powder. Y'all know how I feel about talc. I really want to say talc, but it's talc. So with that being said, y'all know how I feel about talcum powder, so we are not using talc. If you don't agree with that, then go ahead and use talc. But I'm gonna stick to, I didn't even use Johnson & Johnson's baby powder for my daughter because of talc. Like, I really truly believe in talc. Y'all know with that case with the Johnson & Johnson baby powder, don't believe it, Google it. Even the government websites, Cancer Association website here in America, which is ran by the government, says, I know all the government conspiracies, I'm a conspiracy believer too. With that being said, you know, sometimes I gotta believe them. They say that talc does have certain types of cancer causing products. That's here nor there. If you want to use it, you can. I am not judging you. I do not judge you. With that being said, the next best thing to using talc could be cornstarch. You can use any type of the starches, but for me, I prefer to use white china clay because it's the next closest thing to talc in my opinion, and the name for white china clay is kaolin clay. So we will be using a tablespoon of kaolin clay to the mixture. Now after that, you want to use cinnamon powder. So I'm just going to use a little tinge of cinnamon powder, a teaspoon. This is the organic kind. Wait, is this organic? No, it's not. Never mind. Let me not go there. Now, you just want to mix this up until it's combined. Just mix all your ingredients up. Now, I am going to switch bowls because this one is a little too small. Side note, I want to say this. They do use a popcorn topping. I don't know where they get the popcorn from or what's going on. Y'all need to let me know when y'all go to the Lush stores. Let me know how that happens. So they do use popcorn toppings. So with that being said, we ain't using no popcorn toppings. We didn't already use cornmeal. However, if you are Italian, I do want to say this. You can use polenta. Polenta and cornmeal, in my opinion, are the same things, as well as grits. If you don't know, have grits. If you don't have polenta, no wait, if you don't have cornmeal and you don't have polenta, is it polenta? I'm thinking polenta, like polenta, the Mexican ice cream is polenta. So if you don't have polenta, oh my God, oh please don't come for me, y'all. However, if you don't have polenta or cornmeal, you can use grits, just the yellow kind, just to make it look cute. Do they do grits in yellow? I don't know. It's been a while since I had grits. Side note, my mom is from Chicago, so we would eat sugar with our grits. And I know people don't eat sugar with our grits, but on the West Coast, we used to eat sugar with our grits and eggs. I don't do that no more. I'm old, but I'm just saying when I was younger. Anyways, let's just get back into this tutorial. Now we're going to start with the wet ingredients. So we'll be using a tablespoon and a heaping 2 tablespoons of glycerin to our product. Now after that, we are going to add our Miracle Glow oil. You can find Miracle Glow oil at savvynaturalista.com. Miracle Glow oil contains all natural essential oils and 24 karat gold. So make sure you check that out at savvynaturalista.com, you guys. So I'm just shaking it up so the gold can disperse, and we're going to use about 40 drops of Miracle Glow oil, or a teaspoon, whichever comes first, the teaspoon or the drops. And we're not going to mix it up, because to that we're going to add a teaspoon or 40 drops of fragrance oil. Now Lush uses a popcorn fragrance oil, so I'm going to use a popcorn fragrance oil. However, if you don't have fragrance oils and you are a little more on the clean beauty or natural side, you can use essential oils if you prefer. Also want to say this, if you don't have essential oil, popcorn fragrance oil, you don't like it because it's too strong. A lot of people get headaches with loud perfumes and loud scents. You can use almond fragrance oil, and I'm going to leave a link down below to a beautiful almond fragrance oil that will be on the lighter side for those who are very sensitive to perfumes. It is a lot of us out there who are very sensitive to people who wear all those fragrances and those perfumes on their body, covering their natural scent up. That's here nor there for me. I'm just saying. So to that, we are going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now I will say Lush uses corn oil in this mixture. I couldn't find corn oil. Well, it could be like safflower oil or soybean oil, but I couldn't find corn oil, so I wasn't going to chance it. So I'm just using olive oil, and I'm using 3 tablespoons of it. I hope I'm using 3 tablespoons. I pray I'm using 3 tablespoons of it. Now to that, they do use water. So I want to say this. Lush doesn't use preservatives in their stuff. Now, if you want this to last a little longer, I suggest you not use water because you're going to add water to the cleanser anyway, as Lush does. So I wouldn't use water. However, if you want your mixture to look a little more like the Lush ingredient, the Lush product, then go ahead and use a little bit of water. But however, I will say this is not a facial scrub. Like, this is not a sugar and oil mixture, so you do run the risk of getting mold or any type of bacteria. So I do want to leave that as a disclaimer when making this. So just make sure you know that you may need a preservative. I'm gonna say this, to be honest, I ain't using a preservative, okay? I'm not using a preservative because I'm not trying to sell this. However, if you are selling this, I suggest you use a preservative. If you have family or friends and you know how they are about handmade gifts, because I know we got some in our life, and they would be talking about your handmade gifts, and then they'd be like, oh, well, where's it? This got mold on it. Oh, you know how they are. Anyways, use a preservative for them so they don't come for you. Anyways, those are the two reasons, but I'm not using one because guess what? I'm not giving this to anyone, so I could add water, and we're just gonna see what the mixture looks like before I add the water to it. So this is what the mixture looks like. Now, it doesn't look like the Lush product at all, which I'm kind of upset about. So what I'm going to do, because I want it to look like the Lush product and I am going to photograph this, I need it to look like the Lush product. So what I'm going to do is add just a little more ingredients. So what I'm going to do is add about a tablespoon of cornmeal. I'm about to say polenta. And then, oh, it's polenta. You know, Italian and Spanish is so close. And then I'm going to add a little bit more Masa, just so it could look like the Lush product on the website. I know when you go to different Lush stores, they look different because they make it in-house. I know that for a fact, but I just want mine to look like the Lush product. If you want a less of an oil-based product, then make it, if you guys want less of a product that's not too oil, then go ahead and add what I added. I'm actually going to leave the full recipe that I just did, including the minor little touches that I'm adding at the end in the product. And I think the reason why it didn't look like the Lush product is because I didn't add the popcorn topping. You know, I think the popcorn topping makes it go a little, I think the popcorn topping makes it, you know, stick together a little bit more. But this is what it looks like. As you guys can see, this is what it looks like. Let the good times roll. So now I'm going to put it on my face so you guys can see how you use it. It looks just like it, like in little clumps. I'm so excited. So now it really does look like the Lush product. I didn't add water. You guys know why? Because I did not want to cause any bacteria. I've read a lot of forums where people say they've had mold in their Lush products. I've read it. That I've bought Lush stuff and it's never happened to me, but for those who said because they are not preservatives, they've seen little moldy stuff at the top, it's fine. It's a fresh product. You know, us Americans, we tend to be very heavy based on, you know, preserving things, which there's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is we're big on that. And you know, because our stores are a little different, a lot of us don't go to open market stores. That's what I'm trying to say. And due to that fact, we are more go-to stores like Walmart, Target, and stuff is closed and protected and sealed off for us. Anyways, with that being said, what I'm trying to say is, you know, when they make it in-house and they're not using preservatives, of course you're going to have a little mold on the top. So, you know, that's here nor there. Anyways, I'm just going to show you guys how to use this product. So let's go. So this is the lovely cleanser. You guys see it? I also want to say this, you guys. In the video, I added 3 tablespoons of oil. So to get it to look like the Lush style product, I decided to add more polenta or cornmeal. I use cornmeal. I don't know why I keep saying polenta, but I guess because when the Actually, the website says cornmeal. So I use more cornmeal and more corn flour. Now, I will say if you don't want to use extra ingredients, what you can do is just reduce the tablespoons of oil that you use, especially if you have oily skin or combination skin like I do. You probably should reduce the tablespoons of oil you use in this lovely, beautiful cleanser. So I'm going to show you this. I also want to say, if you're looking at my lips and my lips look horrible, I have really bad windburn. So a lot of you are very particular and pay attention to everything. This, that. So just want to tell you guys, if you're wondering, I have windburn. Now I got fever blisters. I'm just a mess. This Arizona has just been a catastrophe for me for the past 3 weeks. Y'all know I had a fever blister or something bit my lip in the inside. Now I got a fever blister on the outside. I am just a mess, you guys. But that's here nor there. I just want to let you know, for those people who are very particular, if you didn't notice it, don't try to zoom in. If you like me, you don't be noticing too much, don't zoom in. Just let's pretend it didn't happen. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is, like on the Lush product, I'm just going to take a little bit like this. And then I'm just going to wet my hands. Okay, so I did take a little bit and I wet it. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to do a little close up for you guys. So this is what the product looks like while it's wet. It looks just like the Lush product. Look how smooth it is. Oh, I should have wet it a little bit more so it's not too dry. The reason why it's clumping on my face is because it's too dry for me. But if you wet it a little more, it looks just like the Lush product, if you guys could see. Look at that. Now I want to say, if you have really sensitive skin, you may want to use no polenta at all. Or if you're giving this away, you may not want to use any cornmeal. I don't know why I keep saying polenta, but cornmeal. You may not want to use any cornmeal at all for this scrub or this cleanser, because sensitive skin, it's a little more coarse cornmeal, and if you have sensitive skin, it may cause irritation for your skin, little rashes. But it's not too much cornmeal in the scrub, so I wouldn't worry about it. But if you have very, very sensitive skin where anything that's very coarse tends to irritate your skin, then you may want to stay clear of the cornmeal. But this is what it looks like. I'm gonna add a little more water to make it look nice. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Looks just like the Lush product. Okay, side note, this smells really like corn, and I used the popcorn fragrance oil, so I don't know if it's the popcorn fragrance oil or if it's the corn flour or whatever it is. But I'm gonna rinse my face and then we're gonna see the final results, you guys. I will say it's nice and soft. It's moisturized. There's a lot of moisture on my face thanks to the olive oil, but not too much where it feels like my pores are cloggy and I'm going to get a breakout. But it's nice and soft and it cleanses my face, and I feel like it removed the dead skin cells. Even my lip looking a little better. Y'all see? Looking. No, it looked like I smoked a pound of marijuana. I don't smoke, you guys. I don't, but I'm just saying. But lips look like they're looking. Oh my God, that wind burn in Arizona is no joke. Okay, so this is the final aftermath after my face has been dry. As you can see, looks really good. I've been having really bad wind burn lately, so I've been using a lot of sleeping masks at night for my face to keep it moisturized and protected. But this is what it looks like. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode of DIY Skincare Treats Lush Edition. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you check out SavvyNaturalista.com for all your skincare needs, Miracle Glow Oil, as well as Larimar Elixir. If you would like to keep up with me, make sure you're following me on all my social media sites. And you guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this episode. And I'll see you in our next episode of DIY Skincare Treats. I love you so much. Bye.